Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Hope all are doing well. Today we will be explaining how we can predict the future service loads on the daily basis. So previously we have seen that we have predicted the data on the hourly basis. Like we have predicted the data that will be coming in the future in the next hourly manner. Uh, by using that we have plotted the graphs on the basis of hourly, daily and monthly. So today we will change some pattern and try to create our own data set on the daily basis. That is, on the daily basis we will be collecting the number of requests per day, and by using that we will be predicting the future service load on that server or web traffic, and plot it on the daily, monthly, weekly or yearly basis. So first of all, we will see how can we create our own data set. So you can see here, just we have given the random numbers in a string format, whereas we are opening a CSV file and appending that each number as a request in the CSV file. So we will see how the CSV file is created. We will see it in the Explorer, daily request. So here we can see that one column consists of a dates and another column consists of a request, number of requests per day. So here we have created our own data set from 2017 to 2020, means nearly a data of about 4 years, and we will be predicting the request for the year of 2021. So let's see how we can use LSTM model to predict the future points. So first of all, import our CSV file here. Daily requests. Okay, the file is imported successfully. We can also see that correct file is uploaded. Yes, correct file is uploaded. So first of all, install all the libraries that are required. Okay, libraries are installed. Then here also uh, we are importing the libraries like NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib for plotting the graphs. So as mentioned here, we are creating a data set of 4 years and we will be predicting for the year of 2021. So let's run this block. Here we are importing our dataset file, creating a data frame in which we are performing operation, building our model on the single column. This is a univariate model building using LSTM. We will be using the column of request to build our model. Also, for the data cleaning process, we are replacing the missing values by the previous day values and converting all the values to the integer type. So we can see that here all the data is cleaned and converted to the integer type. Then for the sample purpose, we will plot our data in the manner of overall data, like this is the data of all 4 years data. Then we can see that this is the weekly data, like of the 7 days plotted, 0 to 7 days. So this graph implies the 7 days plot, while the graph below this implies the monthly plotting of the data, like 0 to 30, means of 30 days. The graph of 30 days is plotted. So next we will by using the standard scalar, we will min max our request. We will transform our data and select the train size and the look back to create our test data. So here for the train size, we are giving the 1095 days for the training and creating a look back of 84 days. As I told earlier, that more the look back, more the accuracy of the model. So the train request variable contains the for scaled request of the train size. That is, we have scaled our data using standard scalar min max, and also we have created our test request. So we can see here the shape of the data, train and test. So now we will be creating our dataset in the form of RNN. Just run this. Okay, so here we can see that RNN form dataset is created. Also we can see the shapes of X and Y, that is 1010, 184 and 1010. That is train X shape and train request Y shape. Now we will be building our model using TensorFlow and a sequential, as this is a sequential model. And one more important thing, that all the data we will be using must be in a sequential manner. For that only we have kept the process of data cleaning, like if there is any missing value, it will be replaced by the previous day value. So for the greater accuracy, the dataset values must be in the sequential manner. Also we will be importing the LSTM from the TensorFlow Keras, and we will be building our model. So as we have given the number of epochs as 30, it will run up to 30 epochs. So wait until it is complete, all the epochs are completed and our model is completely trained. We can here currently see that the mean squared error is going up to 0.0078, which is quite less. This shows that the accuracy of the model is quite great. It is nice. We can see that the mean squared error is reduced to 0.019, 0.0025. Okay, let the model be get trained. I will explain the further code. Now in the next block we will be testing our model. Like we will be testing for the loss in the while training and the mean squared error while training of the data. Which epoch? So 28 epoch is going on, 29. And 30. So our model is trained and we will test our model, what's the accuracy of it. So we can see that the mean squared error is 0.0019 and the loss is also 0.0019, which is quite great. So the accuracy of our model is quite nice. Then we will predict the future points based on our model. Like we will be predicting for the next 365 days, that is next 1 year. So just run this block, and we will be plotting the first 5 points from our prediction from our predicted points. Okay, so these are the points predicted by our model. We have predicted the 365 points, but currently we are showing just 5 of them. Now we will be plotting our data based on the predict on train, predict on test and the predict on future. We will be checking our model. So we will be plotting on this. So see, we can see that the blue colored line indicates the training data, orange color line indicate the testing of the data, and the green color line indicate the prediction of the data. Like the green color is of the 365 days, and the blue color indicates the training data of the 3 years, and the testing and the orange color indicate the testing data of the 1 year, and the green color indicate the prediction of the 1 year data. So now we will be plotting the our predicted data. So currently we can see that it is not in a proper shape, like the customer can understand, or a simple non-technical person can understand, like the number of requests today, tomorrow, or after 5 days. We cannot see it clearly or properly. So for that purpose we will be using an automated process. Like first of all we will read our CSV file again, and we will be extracting the last row from that data set, and from that last row we will be extracting the date up to which the data is available. From that date we will be creating a list of dates for the next 1 year from the next date and creating another list of it. So by using that we will be plotting the graph for the next week. Like we have the data set up to 31st December 2020, we will be plotting the prediction for the 1st January 2021 to 7th of January 2021, that is 1 week. So the graph which is on the screen, you can see that we have plotted along with the dates of the next week. We have predicted the next week data. So this is the graph that customer or non-technical person can easily understand on which date the number of requests will be, means he can understand it clearly, like what number of requests will be present on which day. So for that purpose we have used the Xtix and Matplotlib. Also by using this we can create our or we can plot the data on the monthly basis. Like first of all, we will be predicting for on the monthly basis. Okay, let's see. So for the monthly basis, consider the number of days as 30. So we have taken the 30 values from our predicted model. Then we have been plotting the 30 points along with the along with the list of the predicted dates that we have predicted for the next 1 year. So combining them, we will be plotting the data for the next month. Like our data set was up to the 31st December, we will be plotting the data for the January 2021, whole January. So from 1st January 2021 up to the 1st of January, up to the 29th of January 2021, and one more point, that is 30, that is up to the 30th January 2021 our graph is plotted. Also we can see that the only weekly dates are plotted, because this is what, because we have done some logic to just place only the weekly dates. As we can see that only by giving the each day date, this may create a congested graph and would not be able to view properly. So for that purpose we have given the weekly dates. We can also convert it into the daily basis, daily dates. Like for each point we can plot its significant date. So for the next point, or plotting the monthly data and yearly data. So for that purpose we will be using the calendar library, and we will be using the for plotting the 6-month data, which is nearly about 180 days. So we are collecting the points up to 181, that is 180 days from our predicted model, and then we will be plotting the graph of it. So we can see that first of all, as the predicted points are on the daily basis, so we will sum up it it according to the monthly basis. Like of the 30 days, we will sum up those 30 days of that specific month. Now checking that if the year is leap or not, because on that leap year or not, on that basis the monthly the majorly month of February is affected, and due to which our points may get disallocated. So for that purpose we will be checking if the year is leap or not, and for on that basis we will be using the February February non-leap and February leap month, and we will be using the we will be summing up the number of points in each month. So based on that we will be predicting for the next 6 months using the Xtix. We have plotted this graph. So plotted for the next 6 months, like January, February, March, April, May and June. So we can see here that beautifully a graph is plotted, which is on the monthly basis, predicted monthly basis. This can be easily understood by a non-technical person. Another approach to it is like creating a dictionary, in which the main logic is that in the dictionary, by using the key value pair, we are using the key as the date and the value as the predicted point. Now for that purpose we are just writing a simple for loop, like, and giving the key value pair, like key is the date and value is the predicted point on that specific date. So next is the in that dictionary we will be separating the months on the basis of the its numbers, like 01, 02, 03. On that basis all the points in that specific month will be summed up, and and the whole count of the month will be stored in each variable. So here we have we can see that here the whole array, here the whole list is created of each month total request of the whole month. So here we will be plotting the predicted data for the whole year. So here we can see that the whole year data is plotted in a beautiful manner, like January 2021 to January 2021 to December 2021. So in this way, by using LSTM model, we can create, predict the future service load on the daily basis as well as hourly basis. As on the hourly basis I have shown in the previous tutorial, and on the daily basis in this tutorial. So thank you guys for watching my video. Please feel free to call back or message or comment in case of any doubts. Thank you.